Well, it looks like somebody's jealous of all the attention those Democrat socialist stars are getting this summer. California Governor Gavin Newsom is kicking off a national midterm tour this week, stopping in Nevada. Then he's swinging through my territory, the South, in a little 2028 warm-up. And if you're wondering what his stump speech sounds like, well, it's the usual Trump doomsday talk that didn't work last election.
We got to take back the House of Representatives or we'll lose this republic. I talked about this Trump administration as the great grift because this is a corruption story. We will lose the republic. I made a point on July 4th. If you haven't seen my speech, you should take a look at the speech. You'll know exactly my mindset. We will lose this country unless we're vigilant about what's going on in terms of election security. This is this is serious, a 5-alarm fire. This guy is not screwing around. He's just winding up. More unhinged by the hour.
You know, Greg, nobody's less impressive than the guy that has to tell you how impressive he is. Could you imagine if Lincoln went around like, hey, remember that address on Gettysburg? You should read that. It was really good.
In 30 seconds, he said, we're going to lose the country. It's a 5-alarm fire. It's code red. We're going to lose the republic. He does it from there because no one can ask a follow-up question. Like, could you, if you don't take back Congress, how would we lose the republic? How would we, like, it's what Kat always says, they never ask a follow-up question. Because he just says this stuff, and that, again, is the amped-up language that creates this existential panic that leads to people getting shot. You know what's funny about Newsom? He has the skills, but he has no appeal.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be frustrating for him to have the looks, the glibness, the assertiveness, the confidence, yet no dedicated fan base. He's like the least talented member of a boy band. And it's kind of sad. You know what? You know, people always compare him to the Christian Bale character in American Psycho. They're totally wrong. He's Harry Ellis from Die Hard, the coke-sniffing executive who says, hey, Bubby, I'm your white knight. You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you, Kaylee?
No, I don't. That's why I'm just nodding.
I've been in the same room as the movie, but I've never really watched.
Okay, Harry Ellis, I'm your white. He goes up to the terrorists because he knows that they've got the power. And he's like, hey, I'm your white knight, Bubby. He's got cocaine all over his face. Then he dies, which is great.
No, I don't.
That's Gavin Newsom. He looks for the power. Kamala beat him in this poll, 29%. He was way down. It tells you these aren't the people that are going to be on the ticket. And it also says, funnily enough, that if Sanders announced that he would enter the race at 87, he would be 87, he would probably get it. He's old and he's a socialist, but everything looks benign when it's older. It's like when you see those guys on death row and they look like a retired school bus driver.
They
do.
They do, don't they, Kaylee?
I don't spend as much time looking at that.
When you say that, everybody has somebody in mind. They stop and think, oh, yep.
Yeah, they all do.
Listen, Kaylee, so I don't want to harp on this, but it's such a great thing to point out. He says, we're vigilant about what's going on in terms of election integrity. That's almost an Obama-style thing, where he says what the right is saying, but he's trying to twist it. Election integrity is what President Trump is working on finding and establishing. The Democrats are going the opposite direction. So what's he do? He claims that term, election integrity, like you're losing integrity by making them show an ID, prove they're a citizen, not ballot harvest, hand over some of the information they need to make sure illegals aren't participating in elections. But he's saying, oh, no, they're trying to steal our election.
Yeah, election integrity is the Save America Act. That's what it is. But he's trying to twist it. You're right. I was thinking about the old guy at the movie theater who you snuck in by when we were doing that whole thing. And I was trying to visualize him. But look at this. Newsom, he last summer took the lead in the polls. He has not led in a poll since February, okay? Kamala Harris is leading in the polls, but he has looked at the polls. When you look deep at the polls, here's what you find. Democratic socialism has a +17 approval rating among Democrats. Congressional Democrats have +4. So which side do you want to be on? You have to be with the socialists if you want to win in this party. Socialism in the party has a 66% approval rating, according to Gallup. You cannot win an election if you don't hang out with the socialists. This is why Gavin Newsom is saying, I will campaign with the DSA. Kamala Harris has called Mom Donnie, called pro-Palestinian activists. That was reported. They all are trying to beat AOC. AOC is going to run. She has the best socialist credentials. Bernie Sanders would be 91.
I think I think he'll be 87 then.
But by the time he completed his first term, he'd be 91.
Yeah,
and
spry.
Second term, he would be spry. And we all know what happened with Joe Biden. So AOC is their hope.
He's no Joe Biden. Like Bernie is sharp. He's like one of those old guys that you don't want to mess with. You know, he'll count the exact change in front of you.
It wasn't an age issue with Joe Biden.
Yes.
Listen, I've spent a lot of time around 80-year-olds, all right? And a lot of them are doing a lot better than he was.
They can pinch pretty hard.
Yeah. Look, I think it's crazy that we might be in a place as a nation where the governor of California is maybe too conservative to be the Democrat candidate for president. Because I truly do think there is this parallel with MAGA where it's establishment versus this outsider who there's a lot of people, particularly in my generation and the ones that are younger, that they feel left behind. They feel there's a huge percentage of people in their 30s still living with their parents. They haven't met these milestones that they thought they were going to meet. There's a whole host of reasons for this, but at least these socialists are sort of acknowledging, hey, we see you, and it's all these rich people's fault. That's not true. It's not rich people's fault, and resentment isn't really a policy, but they're trying to capitalize on the resentment and get votes. And I think that what others need to do is pay attention to them noticing the problem and say, hey, I see your problem, but this is not a solution. This is why this would actually make this inequality worse.
Paul, real quick, Kamala Harris at almost 30%, 29. Gavin Newsom's at 15. Everybody else pretty much kind of dramatically drops after that. Yeah. Is it Democrat socialism that Republicans should be worried about?
I mean, I don't know if they should be worried about it because I don't think he can win at the national level, but nobody thought Trump could win either, right? So famous last words, you know. Let's just look at one thing real quick here with the time I have. Kamala is pulling away, and roughly around the same time, we got the reporting about DOJ looking into the entire apparatus of Gavin Newsom, including his wife. And I had this, look at this, very sophisticated chart that I drew. Laugh if you want. I made about 100 cases doing that. The bottom line is, all of a sudden, we get news that somebody is wearing a wire right next to that office, right next to Becerra's office. I don't have time to go through the whole thing. It's a little nested. Somebody in California, because it's coming out of Sacramento, it's only $250,000 in play. That's not a lot of money in California politics. It's a lot of money to me. You know, Greg, you spend that in the weekend, but it's not a lot of money in the context of the NGOs out there. Somebody dimed him out.
Wow.
And they're getting near him. Now, are they going to get him? I don't know. I have no idea how to know. But if you don't think that the guy's putting that case together, who wired somebody up, that has to go to the director level. And it started under Biden. Somebody at the director level said, put a body wire on her, forget the prosecution, and put her against these people. We've already had 3 plea deals. One of them is former chief of staff.
Yeah, I know how he feels. Everyone around me is wearing a wire right now. All right, the fastest is up next.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.